welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Purdue Boilermakers offense will take the first swing of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can go catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So the Washington Huskies offense has its first opportunity of the day. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Leaves it with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Snagged in the middle. It's Presley. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, with his speed, they're going to keep blitzing him over and over because you'll get results like that right there. Kind of reminds you of Joe Kelly, a great linebacker at Washington in the 80s, or maybe Mason Foster as well. Those guys can go sideline to sideline, but they can also blitz. This guy can do it all.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Boilermakers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Baptiste. And this one will be stopped for no gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll try the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Second down, they'll go to the air. Floats it out in space. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lakewood. It's a fumble. Oh, and a burst disaster by falling on his own fumble. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll field the punt and look for room. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Looking to throw on 1st down. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Takes it on the shovel. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the draw. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the 1st down. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Intercepted deep in his own end. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Out of the gun, the running back has it. There he goes. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a 1st down at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. And Stewart. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. floating away. He's going to run it. Got room at the 35. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Still on his feet at the 45. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Fires to the tight end. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got him. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Boilermakers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Caught. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. How about that Mike linebacker bringing the heat right up the middle?
Right down Broadway, right in the middle of the defense. This is the guy that sees everything, makes all the calls, and you could tell he knew where he was coming downhill. It came wide open, and he comes to the quarterback and gets the sack.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Michigan came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Line getting set on 2nd down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Motion from the back. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Quickly out to the tight end. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Working that left side now. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Washington has a lot of things working. Set up with another 1st down. He'll take a deep shot here. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back out. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. On the option. Now the toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And the offense, man, he couldn't find anybody open. Like, somebody's got to create some separation, or what do I do? How about I throw a jump ball to one of my big receivers out wide that can go up and dunk on somebody's head and catch the football? Maybe find my big playmakers and try to force them the ball down here in the red zone.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Splits the uprights. Good. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Boilermakers decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He takes it at the 45. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to the ground. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Dead center perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The give out of the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab on the left. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on 1st down. Rush is on him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Here's the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Going to swing it on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Washington. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
He'll bring it out. It's Moon. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's head back to the gorgeous Pacific Northwest and the fellas at UW.
The Boilermakers will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got an open man. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
Give to the single back. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. They're going to run it. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. He now has 61 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, Husky! And the punishment has been extended.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Southern Miss is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 6 over Texas State. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Gives it on the option. Breaks into the open. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. 3rd play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
And the Boilermakers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run play action. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And this defense is smelling blood right now. Like, they know they got him right where they want him. Got him in a 3rd down and long. They got to lead by 3 possessions. Everything is going their way. This offense is in trouble.
The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today. And no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And the returner is stopped. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything they're
just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got his man on the outside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fierce the pressure. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And the try is no good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man down the middle. And that spin move kept the play alive and let this guy pick up a few extra yards. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. They go back to work in the final period of this one. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. The Boilermakers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pressure coming. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you got to protect that QB.
The Boilermakers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds the tight end. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that 1st down marker. It'll be 4th down. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. At the 20. Touchdown, Huskies. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. He's got it on the outside. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Presley. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Trying play action. Pulls it in, it's Weeks. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Husky. How about this defense taking one back to the house? They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. The inside handoff. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Tight end now in motion. To the air on 1st down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He'll pull it down and run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And the quick shuffle pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. To the ground with the back. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the returner goes down. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stopped just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19. Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants a big play here late. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? And the Boilermakers will call on their punt team. Wants to bring it back. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He's now up to 71 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. They'll give it to the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.